like for you how you're referring to humility?
It's the, as I said earlier, and I think you missed out on that because you just ended, but it's the passionate desire to feel and experience everything, every single emotion and belief that you have inside of yourself without damaging any other person surrounding you. So in other words, if I can give an example, let's say I say something to you that makes you upset or angry. If you are humble, you would allow yourself to feel your anger in that moment without pushing it out onto anybody else, including the person who triggered that anger or caused what you believe caused it. You would feel the emotions inside of you that the anger covers, which are fear, generally. And underneath the fear, you would then feel some grief, most probably. And all of that would happen instantly, right? Inside of you, if you were completely humble. So you would totally, and have a passionate desire to be totally open like that emotionally. And you don't hold it back because you're now in the shopping centre, or down in the schoolyard, or working at work. None of the emotions that you feel are held back in any situation whatsoever. Does that make sense? But they are completely owned by yourself, and never do you want another person to share them, or be involved in them, or feel the results of them. That's humility. There's very few people on the planet that are actually humble as a result of that definition. Yeah. Because when you think about it, for the majority of us, we hear a bit of external truth come at us and we instantly get our back up, right? And then there's this tendency for us to go, I don't like that person anymore, I'll ban them from my life, I'll stay away from them. See, rather than feel our own emotions and feel what the cause is within us, that we feel this way, we want to change our environment so we don't get that from somewhere else. So the majority of us, instead of being humble, we do what I often call managing our law of attraction. Does that make sense? In other words, we've attracted events coming to us through different day-to-day experiences, and what we try to do is we try to circumvent our emotions with those events. So we manage our life so that we don't have to feel any what we call bad or unhappy or fear-based emotions. We manage our life. So if a person grates on our nerves, what do we do with them? We put a little border around them. They're a person we're not going to see anymore. Right? We don't need, and we justify it by going, and this is pseudo-spirituality, I don't need them in my life. And that is a pseudo-spirituality statement, to be frank. Because the reality is, the soul, your own soul, has attracted them into your life. So you must need them in your life to actually cure something that's out of harmony with love inside of you. Right? But instead of going like, I need them in my life, they grate in this little area of me. I need them in my life to find out what it is that they're grating inside of me. What it is that causes me to feel unloving towards them. And once I've worked through that, then oftentimes those kind of people leave your life, or they change. Something else happens that causes them to change. But for the majority of us, what we do is we manage that by going, I don't need them in my life. I'll just not see them anymore. And then when they ring you up on the phone, you go, oh, it's her again. You pick up the phone and you don't say, I don't need you in my life anymore, because you've got the face that you're keeping in the jar by the door on, right? So that's how you feel, but you don't say it because it's not polite to say that. So what we do instead is we say to them, oh yes, I've got to go now. Right? And we have gotten again away from the fact that we've just attracted this person who grates on our nerves into our life again through that phone conversation. And there must be something going on that would cause us to attract that particular individual that is actually out of harmony with love inside of ourselves. Yes.